Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast. So last time, taking screenshots, don't mind me. Last time we started out on the house. Actually we finished it too, although I think it's still missing something in that archway. But yeah, I still need to take down that pillar over there. I found out what they were using it for. Drepic and Crazy were using that pillar over there for some kind of gliding wings they had to get from my place to their place and back. So they had to start at a high point because there's a big pillar at their place too, and that's, I don't know, something like that. But let's see. So this episode we're gonna do something a little bit more, what do I call it? Rewarding, possibly. I mean, roof over our heads, great. Everybody needs that. In Minecraft, usually it's like a dirt, or stone, or I don't know. Usually you're living underground, it seems, or at least partially. But today we are going to make an infinite diamond machine. Yeah, no cheating either. Not just gonna go, oh, cheat mode, diamonds, pull. No, I'm not cheating. So I've got everything we need together, and then we'll just assemble it here so you guys can see the whole process. So I've got everything we need to craft. So we have everything from stuff I can and can't pronounce, but stuff from the igneous extruder. Did I get that right? And then you've got the aqueous accumulator, which is the infinite water thing. And we're going to use pumps from the Nether and ender tanks to give us the lava we need to make this thing run. So let me go over real quick how it'll work. So we'll start out in this corner. We'll have some aqueous accumulators there surrounded by water, and they will supply water to our igneous extruder. And the igneous extruder takes lava and water, so it'll get lava from the ender tanks, and it puts out obsidian. Now using the minium stone, we can, let's see if I can find it here real quick. We can craft all kinds of different things with that. Can I find what I'm looking for? Here it is. So what we can do then is have an auto crafting table turn obsidian, 4 obsidian with that minium stone, minium, yeah, into 1 iron, and then from there we can have 8 iron. Had to count for a sec. 8 iron into 1 gold ingot. And good, it's on this page. And then 4 gold ingots into 1 diamond. So that's quite a few pieces of obsidian for 1 diamond, and it's a pretty kind of the most advanced setup I've done so far. So we'll get started with that. So first off, we're gonna need our buckets of water here. Actually, I'm probably gonna need to go find more halfway through this. I should have grabbed some more, but we'll start out with the aqueous accumulators. There it is. Now am I saying it right? Aqueous? Aqua is? So, the water thingy. So we'll have that. So we need to get what we need for those. So I'm going to put everything over to one side here in my inventory just so I can keep stuff a little more organized. Then I don't have to look up the crafting recipes and stuff all the time. Let's actually put that in the ender chest, and it goes into that chest over there. All done. So there's a few other things we want to make today too. I'm going to take this glass as well. So we're going to use the glass to hold back water. And the aqueous accumulator was which one again? The one with the bucket. So it's this one here. So I'm just going to take this down as the way it's actually supposed to be crafted. That way I can keep stuff straight in my head and I don't have to constantly look it up. So we're going to make that. Click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, click and drop or whatever. So we've got 5 of those now. And we're going to want to put them, what way should we have them facing? I want water on 3 sides, I think. That would probably be best. I'm going to go a little overkill on this project. If you haven't noticed. Nowhere yet. Just use this for pillaring, I guess. And that's 5. That's the height of the ceiling. So now I'm just going to go through all these and tune them properly. So I need to turn off the top and bottom because I don't want anything going in and out of there. Same with the left side. And the back, don't need anything going out there. So I'm going to do that for all of those. And ta-da, that's done. And what did he say? And next we are going to need to get our water supply set up, which I think the easiest way to do that might, yeah, let's cut a hole in the ceiling just so I can dump it in from upstairs. So I am going to have to run back and forth a few times to get more water. Oh, hello Nexus, I forgot you were there. As long as I pick all this up again. Looks like I cut out 9 and I have 9 in my inventory. Good. Next up. Let's get the blah 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 blah. Oh my god, my brain. Igneous extruder thingamajingy. FTB is full of all kinds of fun words to not be able to say. Okay, piston, glass, this stuff, pneumatic servos, machine frame, and more glass. We'll put these together now. And but yeah, my episodes lately have been pretty few and far between. Hopefully that'll change now. I just finished up exams and everything at school, a few big projects, so that's why there was so few of those. So yeah, that should be changing now. I hope. No, I plan on it changing. Okay, so now we need to set all these to obsidian. Just one click. And I'm probably going to do a tutorial for this setup too. It'll be a separate video, of course, but if you see that video around my channel, then that's why. So if you've already seen this, then you might not need to, unless you want to build one yourself. And we need to set this so that, okay, blue is in, right? Yeah, blue is in. I like how it's already gotten a little bit of water from that thing. That's weird, because it needs water around it to generate water, otherwise it'd be full almost instantly. Like a second probably. Couple seconds, I don't know. So we need to have it draw water in from its left side. So left side, and blue is in. Okay, so that'll work. Left side is blue, top and bottom can go off, and actually that right side is going to have to be an out, so that'll be orange. You can see the orange matches up with this, so that means this will be out on that side. So I'm going to set all those up now, and actually I'm going to need this backside to be blue as well to take lava in, because we're going to have lava back behind here. So we're going to have some ender tanks and some pipes set up there. So now let's set up our glass barricade, which is going to be here. We're going to try to make this as compact as we can, yet awesomely overkill. Because we can't just do something small. That wouldn't be any fun now, would it? So let's put that water around there. And this side will be blocked off shortly. So we need to get the ender tanks in there now. So let's find those. Do I have an ender tank built? I do. I'm going to need another one though, aren't I? Okay, so let's build an ender tank. Let's make another ender tank. Ender tank. Ender tank. Oh, ender pearl, obsidian, wool, blaze rods, and cauldron. Ender pearl, blaze rods, all that jazz. I need one more. I've already set up the appropriate amount of pumps in the nether, so that should be good. Me and Bruce are both running off the same pump right now, actually. So I needed one wool or 2 wools? One wool. Needs to be a white wool because that's the color the ender tanks are, so it needs to match up. 2 obsidian. Good, running low on obsidian, but I'll easily be able to modify this thing later to actually work with giving me ender pearls all I want to and stuff like that, among other things. Just basically by the flip of a switch and it'll give me ender pearls instead of diamonds. Basically I just cut off the process and modify it slightly and boom, done. Okay, so we're working on the ender tank. I need 4 blaze rods and an ender pearl. Now our ender pearl we can get, I think like this. there's the ender pearl. Ah, this is the kind of thing we're doing for this next setup. The problem is I'm going to have a hard time keeping minium supplied, because you need 8 of these shards of minium to keep it going. This thing's easy enough, that won't be too much of a problem, but keeping 8 shards of minium going the whole time, whoops, supplied, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think. Okay, so this goes, how do you like my sound effects? It goes there. I'm going to need 4 blaze rods. And what else? What else? What else? Ender pearl, that, well, I think that's everything. So let's try to craft it and see how badly this fails. Oops. And it needed obsidian, wool, and ender pearl. Okay. And ender tank. Woohoo! Voice crack. Woohoo! Oh, let me through the door. Oh, there's got to be a placement for pressure plates in this, in FTB or something. Or also I just need to go for an FTB door of some sort, not a standard wooden one. So I needed those thingers, and I'm also going to need some stone waterproof pipe. I already have those put together, so that won't be a problem. Now I got to position them just right so that I can maximize the amount of flow out, because the pipes are kind of a bottleneck. So if I have them go in several pipes farther than I need to, then it's just going to cause some problems. Oh, and Bruiser's upstairs. Welcome to my home. And then I'll put the waterproof pipes around. And then I'll turn this so it's pointed down, and lava will pour out of them, and it'll take lava from every side. So this one gets double, but that's fine. So the pipes will fill up, and then it'll fill up the machine. So it's lava on the left, water on the right by the looks of it. Which this does fill up a little bit, very slowly if there's no water near it, which is interesting. That, interesting. Yo. And I'm gonna need a few more buckets of water just to speed stuff up a little. So let's make 2 more here. And to the lake, to the ocean, whatever it is, to that place that has water. There's ice there and water here. You know, living in a snowy biome can be a bit of a pain sometimes, but at other times it's so handy. I mean, you have snow landed on stuff, but I mean, if you replace stuff with panels or covers or whatever, something like that, those mini blocks, I forget what they're called now, but if you replace everything with that, then you won't have snow on it, and I don't think mobs spawn on them either. I haven't tested that though, and I need to put the water down upstairs, don't I? Yep, definitely a space hog, but it'll be worth it. Okay, now I'm going to use, I guess some of these will work. Okay, like so. And then I can put water on the top. Actually, I guess I didn't need that many buckets, did I? That's fine. Got it. That should give me infinite water all the way down, so I don't have to fill it up 1 bucket at a time. So make an infinite spring on the top layer. If you didn't see what I did there, make it an infinite spring on the top layer, and then good. Doesn't matter if it's flowing water. Can I get those back through a block? No. So now these should all be supplying me with obsidian now. Woohoo! And this keeps up, which is good. The water will more than keep up. That's overkill. The lava, it will also more than keep up. What's he saying? You need why? Can make other stuff. Can make more than just diamonds? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, some stuff. Some stuff. So let's put these back in there since we don't need them now. And now we need to get going with our first our first stage of this. So we need the auto crafting table, which was 4 wooden gears and a crafting table in the middle. So we'll get those going. I don't need to keep that in order because I can remember that. Although I can look it up easy, but that's beside the point. I need 3 of those because it's going to be 3 stages, which will be obsidian to iron, iron to gold, and then gold to diamond. So let's get those down. Oh, let's make some pipes first. That might be a good idea. So we'll get our wooden transport pipes. And I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't remember how many I had set up to make. We'll go with that. That's probably, oh yeah, that's more than I needed. I needed 1, I think, or 8, I think would have been fine. I need iron pipes as well. So let's do this. Oops. So I've got 8 of those. And I'm going to need the Omni wrench, which this thing is the Omni wrench here. The 2 diamonds, the gold ingot, and the blue wool. And that's a wrench that supposedly works with all the mods, I think. Crap, what was it at the bottom? Was it like that? Oh, I forget what it is now. This is why I have things in order. Cyan wool. Does it need to be cyan? Is that what it is? Cyan, gold, diamonds. I guess so. Okay, so what do we have for cyan dye? What do we need for that? Cyan dye is... medium stone and a cactus green. Well, I can get that. That's easy enough. So let's go get some cyan dye. And then I can morph it into other stuff and yeah. Go to my cactuses. I might even have some cactus in that chest there, which if I do, then I'll just steal that. I do. Perfect. I only need 1. Oh, hello, creeper. Creepers. And bruiser. That's good. That's good. I just blew a hole in his place too, or at his place in the ground. I logged in, and about half a second after everything appeared on my screen, just right beside me. So I must have logged in right beside a creeper. Meanwhile, he was basically looking at me. He wasn't too far away. Let's go over here. I need to get the cactus green, which I need to put that into a furnace. Powered furnace is faster. Mailbox. It's a mailbox, however, you kind of need stamps to send stuff, which takes something from the beekeeping. I think you get it from the beekeeping. Drepic's got it going, but he's got all the beekeeping stuff going. He's working on breeding bees and whatnot. I'm just kind of randomly putting them together to see what I get. That looks funny. It's almost like a creeper with hair. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that for now. My new look. Let's go with my new look. It's my new look. Yep. Okay. Oh, there he goes, leaving. Noise kind of creeps you out sometimes. And I still need cyan dye, which was the purple dye in the minium stone. So let's go like this, and then we have cyan dye. Yeah. Woo! Voice crack. Uh-oh. Can I dye blue wool? Maybe I can't dye blue wool. I guess not. That's fine. That's fine. Now let's try this again. Again! Oh, Omni. What was I typing? It was gold and 2 diamonds. Kind of expensive, but it should work for every mod, so I don't need to have 6 different wrenches around and then be like, oh crap, which one is it now? And I might need the Omni Wrench repositioning stuff with creepy noises, which is why I might need it. Especially these iron pipes. Now, I don't want to put them down quite yet because then stuff's immediately going to come flooding out of here. That's almost full too, so it'll be a nice chunk of obsidian to get us going. So instead, let's... Oh, do I have stone transport pipes? I need stone transport pipes. Stone. Stone. Crap. I don't even have any stone. Stone. Oh, yeah, there's some. Yeah, remember your place is filled with cobble. I think cobblestone is what I need as opposed to stone. I think the waterproof were cobble, or were stone, and the non-waterproof were... Yeah, okay. Woohoo, we put down one pipe. It's now a floating cube. Cube of pipiness. We're going to try to make this as compact as we can too, so we need to get some chests together, which, do I have some pre-made in here? I do. Okay, so let's get these going. So first things first, we need to have a chest. Oh yeah, I can't fly. Huh? I'm spending too much time in a creative world trying to figure all this out. We're going to put this on top, and it doesn't need any power, so that's great. And then we need to have some redstone engines together, which I imagine this is what this is. But I don't have the inventory space for this. Oh, what a surprise. Not really. We're gonna need the wood transport pipes. I'm not gonna need any cobble. What was I thinking? Oh, yeah, I did. I used one. We need that. We don't need the iron helmet for the moment, or the paint bucket, or that. Let's put our ores in there too, as well as water buckets, and this, whatever that is. Push everything over to one side. I can auto store my inventory, but that arranges it horizontally, and I don't want that. So it is positioned like so. Yeah. Glass. Pistons. Planks. More planks. Even more planks. And there's our 3 redstone engines. And do I have levers pre-made? Yeah. I saved you guys the pain of watching me make levers. I figured you knew how to do that one. If not, well, too bad, I guess. And there's one reason why we have the Omni Wrench. And I am going to need these there too. And if I right click with an Omni Wrench, it'll reorientate to face that, which is great. And I'll put that lever there to power the engine. It'll take a little bit of time to warm up anyway. They start out blue when they're cold, so they run really slow like this. And then they warm up a little bit more, and then they turn green, I think. Yeah, green, and then they work a little bit faster. And then they turn red when they're fully warmed up, and then it's just like crazy. So next up, we need to put the next stage in, and where's my auto crafting table? It's right there. Right in front of your face. You fool. Like so. Put that lever there, I suppose. And I'm a chest short. A chest short. Oh, can I make... No, I can't turn these back into regular planks. What a shame. That's okay, we'll just make another chest here. I'm just going to use wooden chests for these, because that's all we really need. I might eventually make the one that's going to be full of cobble into something more... Oh, crap. This might connect with that. That might be a problem. Although they're iron pipes, so I might be able to tell it not to go that direction. So we'll figure it out. If not, I'll rearrange it. I'll move it all over one off camera. And so that'll now pump the stuff into the chest, and the auto crafting table will go here. And then I need to have stuff pumped out of the auto crafting table. So let's power that up. are the engines. And then the final product, aka diamonds, will arrive in that chest. So where's my iron pipes now? Man. It looks like a creeper with hair. Very glitchy hair at that, but there's clipping occurring. It's basically two textures. Two images are trying to occupy the same location. So let's go iron, 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 iron pipes. And oh crap, that's gonna... How does one set these up? I forget how they work. Oh, stuff's popping out. Stuff can only go out of the empty side. I think. Okay, that thing just popped out because I changed it. So I think that's set up right. So it can only go the empty side, which is, oh great. However, stuff's going to go out of here and back into that pipe. Unless I move it. Ah, this is going to be a pain. Oops. Oh, I can reorient chest too. I did not know that. I can't open that chest either because that's above it. Okay, well, I need to reorganize this, so I'll be back once I have that done. Okay, I think I finally have a setup that works. It takes up a little more space, which I didn't really like, but I guess I didn't plan out some of the issues, or work out some of the issues that it had, such as not being able to open a chest when there's a solid block above it, which the auto crafting table apparently counts as one. So that's sorted out now. The obsidian seems to be pumping out of these things pretty good, at a pretty good rate here. As you can see, there's already lots of obsidian, and it's only been maybe 2 minutes since I finished recording. It already had a couple stacks though saved up in it, but in these things. But anyway, so now what we need to do is set up the actual crafting process that gives us all kinds of awesome goodies. And these minium stones are kind of nifty, kind of expensive because it's hard to get the minium shards you need. You need to make them, so that you need them. Oh, I already showed you this, but you need them 8 of these shards of minium to make one. I hear footsteps. Maybe not. Bruiser just logged off, but you have to get these things from mobs, and they're kind of a rare drop. So you gotta go kill a dozen mobs just to get like 1 or 2 of these things. I'm not sure what mob drops them the most commonly, but yeah. So let's set this process up now. So we are first going to need, I'm just going to grab some of these resources because I am going to need them to set it up. So we need to have a minium stone in the chest to be taken for crafting, which is kind of odd, but I don't think the auto crafting table is really made for the minium stones. I might be wrong, but it seems like it wasn't. And then we need to set up in the auto crafting table what is going to be crafted, which is, I need some obsidian here, which is iron. So that'll give us the iron. And then this chest we have to have, oh, not that chest, this auto crafting table. We need to set it up so that it's doing that. So making us some gold ingots, and here it is. I'm trying to use the engine and stuff. I should move the engine over there too. Whoops. Oh. Oh, I can't. What am I thinking? I can't. Oh, I have to pull stuff out of the pipe, not out of the... Not out of this. Okay, don't mind that. So that'll get gold into it. Oh, there goes the first one. So the pump pulls the gold out of this wooden pipe, or out of this actually into the wooden pipe, and into this crafting table. And that's once I have what you need to set up for gold, then it'll give me a diamond, and put the diamond into this chest. And lots of obsidian, lots and lots of obsidian. It'll catch up, especially once these engines get warmed up. It'll just be iron, 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 as opposed to one every several seconds. But you can see that's getting there. So excuse me. 8, and then the engine over here will get to a certain point and pull it out. It pulls out every time it gets fully extended, so there, and then it'll pull one out if it has enough to make one, which it didn't. And then once I have 4 in here, it'll get pulled out of the auto crafting table and into this chest. And let me tell you real quick how this kind of works, how the minium stone in this thing works. So you have to have one in the chest and one in the auto crafting table, and I think the one in the auto crafting table has to be at full health, so not used. You can't have that health bar under it. And there has to be one in the chest, which is the one that actually takes damage. So it doesn't have to be at full health. So it doesn't pull it out of the chest, but it has to, I don't know, pretend to, you might say. The obsidian is still overtaking the rate of the engine can pull it out, but once it warms up, it'll be fine. So I'll check back with you guys in a few minutes once all the engines are warmed up. Oh, they're starting to now. So you can see that engine's moving a little bit faster. It'll probably be a couple more minutes before it gets fully heated up though. But you can see it's pulling the iron out at a better rate, which is neat. Not a diamond yet. Oh, there's a diamond. There's a diamond. Diamond! Woo! We're rich. We're rich! Mwahahaha. I don't know how many diamonds we can get out of one minium stone in here too. It's eventually that'll break. And when it does break, it'll make a noise like a tool breaking. Like, you know how you hear a noise if you're using a tool and it breaks, or you're wearing armor and it breaks. You'll hear it from over here and it breaks in the chest. So that's kind of odd, but neat. Man, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to drain the nether of lava so quick, and then I'm going to have to move the pumps though. But Bruiser's hooked up to this too. He's got a big lava tank he filled up, so if I run out, then it's not going to immediately screw him over. So that's good. Okay, so I figured I'd show you guys this. This is where, I'm going to call this the pump house, where I'm getting all my lava from the nether here. You can see the lava's starting to get a little bit messed up. This all was just perfectly flat like this part here. But you can kind of see, if I can get a better vantage point, especially over there, the lava's starting to get a little bit kind of, the level's going down at some spots but not others. Actually, I think this lava pool over here, which I don't even know if it's connected. No, it's not. But it used to be up on here, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was. I think. That's the key word. But I'll show you the setup I've gotten here. So it's a little bit of an expensive setup too. I'm sure I can make it cheaper. I want this back. I'm always running out of wood. But I've got an ender tank on top of each one. I could probably manage with just one in the middle and then pipes going to each one. Or pipes coming from each of the outside ones, but this seemed like it was just as easy at the time. And then I've got to make more pipes, and yeah, I don't know. My laziness. But these 4 engines on each pump, and they're pumping the lava up into the tanks. And that's about that. Oh, and the chunk loader I've got to have here. So it's set up its max radius, which is 12 chunk radius for a circle, 10 chunk radius for a square, I think. So that's it's a pretty good area. You can see over here too, it's messing up the lava. But at any rate, let's go back home, and I've got a few more things to show you guys. Okay, that was fun. I hope that transition works as well as I hope it did. So we're back here, and you can see, just as we wrap up the episode here, that this is working faster. This engine's moving faster. It's actually caught up to the obsidian by the looks of it. Yes, it has. And we are, whoops, I just licked the lever. We're at 10 diamonds now, and it's been 15 minutes maybe. So honestly, if you wanted to, you could just set it up with one aqueous accumulate, is that what it was? And one of these igneous, whatever. You could set up with one of each of those, and it would work fine. Especially if you were on a server that was chunk loaded like this. so this part of the world is always loaded, and you say leave overnight, you'd come back in the morning to a few stacks of diamonds every day, which would be amazing. But this, I imagine this chest is going to be full and by tomorrow if I don't run out of lava first. That's awesome. Anyway, next episode we're going to work on automating a couple other things. I'm not sure how much of the process I'm going to show you guys. Like, I showed you quite a bit of this process. And this video is actually a lot longer than I expected it to be, by about twice as long. I was thinking 20 minutes at the most. I think it's been like 40 now. But next time we're going to set up a automatic recycler because we have all this extra cobble. So we're going to turn all that into scrap, and then we're probably just going to open those scrap boxes, or use an auto crafting table to make it into scrap boxes, and then use that for, maybe we could even use it for fuel, or else we could just open it and see what kind of goodies we get in there, and then put that into our sorting machine, and maybe set up a separate sorting machine. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all that off camera or not. We'll see how repetitive it gets, because I spent a couple hours setting up this chest, well, when I had all the stuff laid out in it. I mean, with distractions, but it took me quite a while to set up what I needed for this. Not to mention like an hour in the creative world. It took me a lot longer than it should have, basically. But yeah. Also, next time we're gonna make a gravity gun. If you don't know what that is, then you'll just have to wait and see. But it's this crafting recipe right here. So that should be a whole lot of fun. We'll mess around with that some, and I have an idea to pick on a few people. Maybe do something to kind of prank them. It's a shame that they don't all do blah blah blah. It's a shame that they don't all do their own YouTube videos. But oh well, hopefully we can still get a laugh. But we'll mess around with them a little bit within the next couple episodes, I think. So everybody, thanks for watching. I hope to see you here next time. Bye bye.